Yo, how's it going, everybody? It's Macklin Gaming. Last night we had Gamescom Opening Night live, and yeah, it's another Jeff Keighley show. How many shows does he have in a year? 3 or 4? We all love Jeff. He's just a good guy. He's trying to do good for the video game industry. Is he overdoing it a little bit? Absolutely. You know, it's like Summer of Gaming and Video Game Awards. That should be it. June and December. If I just have to see Jeff twice a year, I'll be happy. But here he is yet again, bringing it for the Gamescom showcase. So what did we get from Jeff last night? Any big new game reveals? Anything unexpected? Were some things missing that we wish were there? Let's talk about Gamescom Opening Night Live. So first off, Jeff comes out looking pretty dapper as usual. Nothing crazy going on with the suit like last time at the Summer Games Fest. You know, he had with Hideo Kojima, they had like alligator skin suits on or something fancy. But he comes out, he goes, Silk Song, Hollow Knight Silk Song is here. It exists. We have a preview of it. So Jeff's saying all this stuff about how people are going to be able to play it at Gamescom. And then I think the developers of Hollow Knight announced a showcase coming up, like a little gameplay demo that everyone will get to see, you know, even if you're not at Gamescom. So that's really good news about a game that was almost like a myth and a legend. Like, is this even real after so many years of development? So that's great. Hollow Knight Silk Song. They didn't really show it. Jeff just talked about it. Then he went right into Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Not really interested. After that, we saw Lords of the Fallen 2, which looked a lot better than the first game. You know, this is a Souls-like type of game. So if you enjoy these, I think you might like the second one. Looks a lot better than the first. And then we got an insane reveal. This is not a video game. This is an anime, and it's Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. But it says Sekiro No Defeat anime, and it looked just like him. You know, I didn't catch who was making this anime, like what animation studio. If you guys know, let me know. I thought it looked okay. You know, I think it could have looked better, like the animations and the quality. Maybe that's just the style of the studio. I'm not like an anime expert, but I have seen like Cyberpunk, you know, by Studio Trigger, who's really good. So I'm not sure what team this is and if it's gonna hold up, but honestly, from that little preview, I thought Sekiro anime looked really sick. And next was a big announcement. This was, I heard a lot of people say, their favorite announcement of the whole show. This was Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. And it looks like a Dark Knight game, or it looks like an Arkham game in just Lego models, right? Lego art style. So you had him like beaten up and brawling with groups of enemies surrounding him, just like in Arkham City and stuff. And you can like counter and punch and do combos and take enemies out in groups. So that's fun combat. If you're into the Lego stuff, it looks good. I personally am not a Lego guy, believe it or not. I did have Legos growing up a bit. They never stuck with me as something special and nostalgic like other things like Pokemon and video games and all that stuff. So if you're into Legos, I think this is going to be a huge game for you. Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. Then we got a couple of games, Warhammer 4 Dawn of War. We got a collab between Monster Hunter Wilds and Final Fantasy 14. And like two of the big creators, Monster Hunter Wilds creator and Final Fantasy 14 developer, they were both on stage together. And it's pretty cool if you're into those kind of games. They're both having collaborations in the game. Like Monster Hunter Wilds is going to have chocobos as rideable mounts in there, which is cool. And then Final Fantasy 14, you're gonna be able to fight one of the big dragon bosses from Monster Hunter. I forgot which one it was, but it's gonna come into Final Fantasy 14. So I don't play Final Fantasy 14. I played Monster Hunter Wilds and it was okay for me. I didn't love it. So I don't know if I'll be playing this collab, but it was cool to see them both on stage together. Then we got Onimusha Way of the Sword. This has been showed at many showcases. I'm just ready to see this game come out, see if it gets great reviews. It's like an action combat game, so if it's good, I will play it. There are a few other game trailers that happened, and then Fallout Season 2, the TV show. We had Ella Purnell and the other actors up there, the guy who plays Maximus, and two of the writers. We're up there to talk about Fallout Season 2. I'm psyched about this. I'm a huge Fallout fan. I got my dad into the show. I had him watch it. And he's like, when's season 2? So this December is season 2 for Fallout. I'm psyched. Right into, after that, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. What a game. I love this game. I am an Indiana Jones kid for life. You know, I grew up watching the trilogy, and the music and the adventure, those are the best movies. I love Harrison Ford. He's a stud. So the Great Circle showed off the new DLC, and I'm so excited to play that. I already have the premium edition on my PC, so I will be playing that day one. And then they showed an announcement. It's coming to Switch 2, which is awesome. I probably won't buy it there unless I'll get the physical copy one day, but if it's all on the cartridge, that is, and not a key card. But I'm happy playing it on my PC. I don't need it on the Switch. But if you haven't played Indiana Jones and you just have a Switch 2, you definitely got to play this game. Then we got some other things. Deadpool VR, World of Tanks, Toxic Commando. Nothing I'm super interested in. We're moving down to Ninja Gaiden 4. They show another big trailer for Ninja Gaiden 4. I'm excited for that game. I think that's coming out in October, like one day after Battlefield 6. And there's also Pokemon Legends EA and Ghost of Yotei. October is stacked, and my wallet will be empty. Ninja Gaiden 4, maybe I'll buy that day one if it gets great reviews. And Battlefield, I'll wait for a sale because, you know, EA is going to put that game on sale. But I'm really excited to play both of them. But, you know, Legends EA takes priority, and Ghost of Yotei for sure. Then they showed even more Silent Hill F. It looks like a good game. I'm gonna play Silent Hill 2 Remake first, and then I'll decide if I want to play Silent Hill F. Chronos, The New Dawn from Bloober Team, the team who made Silent Hill 2 Remake. They're coming out with a new game. This game looks so much like Dead Space, which I played last year in October for spooky season. And so based on the gameplay, it looked really cool. You're in this like spacesuit. There's looked like some zero gravity parts. You have like a grappling gun or something. So the gameplay looked very similar to Dead Space, and you're definitely like fighting zombies and stuff on spacecrafts in outer space. I don't need to say space anymore. Chronos, The New Dawn, looks pretty sick. Then we got more Outer Worlds 2 from Obsidian. I bet it'll be good, but I bet it'll be like 20 hours. I know some people like that. For me, it's just not enough to buy like a $70 game. I want my RPGs to be long. Now we're getting towards the end here, and they showed Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 DLC, where you can build and forge your own home and like your own furnishes inside the home. But that to me, I love this game. One of the best games I played this year. That to me isn't enough to bring me back. I'm gonna wait for the winter. I think they're gonna release story DLC this year, this calendar year in the winter. So I will come back to the game once that DLC is dropped. And I believe they said it would all be free. I'm not sure though. Let me know in the comments if you know if Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 DLC is all free, or if you have to buy like the premium edition to get the story DLC later. Cult of the Lamb, Woolhaven. I think that's a new Cult of the Lamb game, or it's like an expansion, like an update on the original. But that looked really fun. It's like Hades type of gameplay style, but different setting and all that, different characters. But that's the kind of vibe it gave me, is like Hades. So the last couple things they showed, Ghost of Yotei. That has been shown a bunch. I'm ready to play it. Resident Evil Requiem. That looked awesome. They showed more of that. It went into gameplay, so you could see the first-person view of the gameplay, and it's like, you're this girl, I think her name's Grace, and then you're with her mom, and you see the intro. It seemed like the intro of the game, the first chapter, and something happens to her mom, and it's super scary, and she screams at the end. So you're gonna be this girl, Grace, who, you know, is not a badass like Leon. She's gonna be pretty scared and like new to the fear of, I think, Raccoon City or wherever she's at, you know, fighting off the zombies and solving puzzles. So I cannot wait. February, Resident Evil 9 Requiem. And just when you thought they were done, Jeff says, thank you, good night. Except we have one more trailer. Boom, this was crazy, but it was just a cinematic trailer, but it was Black Myth, Zhang Kui. Not Black Myth Wukong, except it's the same people. They are making a sequel already, and they put this trailer out just to let us know. And man, it is so high quality. Like, the quality of animation they got going on at that studio, Game Science in China, They just made this little cinematic trailer, no gameplay, but I think it got everyone pumped for the next Black Myth game, which the first one I almost broke my keyboard. It was so hard. And I beat Elden Ring so many times, but Black Myth was just super difficult. So am I excited for this game? Yes, but I also know pain is in my near future. And that was the Gamescom Opening Night Live 2025 with Jeff Keighley. All the announcements. I really enjoyed it, honestly. I thought there were some great announcements, like brand new stuff, and also some things we've seen, some games we've already seen with new content, like new trailers for them and new gameplay. So that was great. It really stacked up at the end there, right? Ghost of Yotei, Resident Evil, and then Black Myth. Like, Jeff is really bringing it. In other words, he's got good communications with, you know, studios all over the world, and everyone wants to put their games at his show. Except, what were we missing? For me, Nintendo was just not there at all. I don't think they go to Gamescom ever, right? Let me know if that's true. Nintendo just doesn't participate, but they could still send Jeff a trailer for Metroid Prime 4 and give us the release date. Like, when is that? Is that going to be in their September Direct? You know, probably. What do you guys think we missed from the Gamescom Opening Night Live? Were there any other games we thought we should have seen here? Even just announcements or release dates? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace.